Roman.
The car ride to the private jet feels eerily calm, no fucking constant calls, no wild juggling of tasks. Just Ella and me, lost in a bubble of rare normality, talking about whatever bullshit crosses our minds. It almost distracts me from the shitstorm that I know is forming all around us. Almost. The purr of the car engine fills the cabin, and for a moment I let it wash over me, as if it could somehow drown out the cacophony of thoughts jostling inside my head. Ella sits beside me, her presence an echo of peace that feels almost alien against the backdrop of the turmoil we're facing. So, any more thoughts on Vasily? Ella breaks the silence. I can tell she's concerned, even though she's given me space to stew in my own theories. Her question jars me. My fingers curl tighter around the leather-wrapped steering wheel, knuckles turning white. How the hell did I not see this coming? The timing is too fucking perfect, I mutter, half to myself. Vasily shows up now, right when Caden goes radio silent. It's like a goddamn jigsaw puzzle, and I've been staring at the pieces without seeing the whole picture. Ella leans back, clearly pondering my words. You also think Vasily could be behind Caden's silence? My gut churns. It's more than a possibility, and that's what's fucking with my head. What kills me is that I didn't even think of it earlier. Vasily's a fucking slippery bastard, but I've been too wrapped up in my own shit to connect the dots. What if he's a step ahead of me? The thought makes my blood boil, and I feel stupid as fuck for not thinking this could happen. Why is Vasily still bitter? It's not like I fucking asked for the alpha gene. Have you tried reaching out to anyone else in the pack other than Leon and Eleanor? Maybe Sylvia? Ella asks, leaning a little closer to me. I shake my head. It's complete silence on that end, too. That's what's got me worried. If it were just Caden, I'd chalk it up to him being busy running things in my absence. But the whole pack? Nah, this has Vasily's fingerprints all over it. Ella's fingers find mine, weaving through them in a comforting, familiar dance. You've faced worse, Roman. If Vasily thinks he's breaking you, he's got another thing coming. A half-smile tugs at my lips, at odds with the turmoil inside me. You always know how to put things in perspective, don't you? But if something's happened to Caden, then we'll deal with it, she interrupts, her hand slides over the console and entwines with mine. But you can't carry the weight of the world on your shoulders, Roman. Not even you are that strong. The warmth of her skin feels like a grounding force, pulling me back from the edge of a precipice I'd been inching toward. We'll get through this together, okay? You're not alone. Her words are meant to comfort, and they do, but they also serve as a double-edged sword. Not alone implies a shared burden, a shared risk. Have I put her in danger by not seeing through Vasily's game sooner? Our eyes meet, and I feel a momentary sense of relief in that connection, but it's quickly overshadowed by my own self-directed anger. I should have been more vigilant, I find myself saying, more to myself than to her. The car's interior light casts a soft glow on Ella's face, capturing the way her brows are knitted together, a clear sign of her unease. I can't say I blame her, my own thoughts are a maelstrom of conjecture and worry. So, what do we know about Caden's last whereabouts, she asks, breaking the quiet that has settled between us like a heavy mist. I shake my head, frustrated. Last I heard from him was 2 days ago. He was supposed to check in yesterday. Nothing. Radio silence. And now, with Vasily coming back into the picture when I was away last time, it feels like I'm being played. Ella rubs her temples, clearly contemplating. Is Caden the kind to just disappear without notice? Caden's loyal, reliable. He wouldn't go dark unless something forced him to, I answer. The words come out tinged with bitterness. Caden is one of my most trusted. The idea that he could be entangled in Vasily's plans feels like a betrayal, even though I know it's not Caden's fault. He's not the kind to go rogue. If he's off the grid, it means he's either in trouble or being forced to stay quiet. Either scenario spells shit for us. Ella looks at me, her gaze so steady it's like she's trying to read the secrets hidden deep within me. What if it's both? What if Caden is in trouble and being used against you? My hands tighten on the steering wheel until they ache. Then it means we're up against something bigger than we thought. And I'll be damned if I let Vasily or anyone else pull one over on me. She reaches for my hand, her grip reassuring. If Caden is in trouble, we'll help him. And if Vasily is behind this, he'll regret ever thinking he could break us apart. I look at her, drinking in the conviction in her eyes. It fortifies me, propels me to face whatever's coming. Yeah, I find myself saying, my voice tinged with newfound determination. Vasily wants a war? He's got one. And it's one he's not going to win. That's when it happens. The unmistakable sound of gunfire cuts through the air, pop, pop, pop. Our eyes meet, a shared moment of terrible understanding. I try reaching out for my men through the mind link, a growl escaping my lips when there's just empty fucking silence. No one is responding. What the hell is happening? Fuck, this can't be happening, I think. Is Vasily capable of this? Cutting off my lines of communication at the most critical moment? The bastard's audacity nearly impresses me. Nearly. Then the world goes haywire. Our car is hit, flipping over in a disorienting blur of motion. Glass shatters, metal screams, the raw cacophony of chaos. Time feels suspended, and for a flash, it's as if everything freezes. Then reality slams back in with a force that's almost physical, and the car comes to a jarring, teeth-rattling halt, upside down. When the car finally slams to a stop, my head is a mess of pain and confusion, but I cut through it all to find Ella. She's breathing. Disoriented, maybe, but alive. Thank God. Or not. Because the next moment, the car door is wrenched open, and I'm being dragged out. My wolf struggles against the confinement of my human form, itching to tear into whoever's dared to touch us. Get off me, fuckers. I growl, then the sharp prick hits my neck and my growl falters. Wolfsbane. The burning courses through me like liquid fire, robbing me of strength, sapping the fight right out of me, making it impossible to shift, impossible to fight. A face appears in my peripheral, a grin I'm all too familiar with. The first step to setting an empire ablaze is striking a match, he says, leaning his face close to mine. This, little brother, is me striking that match. A searing pain shoots up my side, and I realize the fucker has stabbed me with a silver dagger. I try to speak, try to curse, but my body gives out beneath me, and they throw me to the ground. The last thing I see is Ella, her eyes locked onto mine as she's pulled from the car. Fear mixes with a fierce resolve in her gaze, and I realize that's the image I'll hold on to, the thought that will keep me from being swallowed whole by the darkness inching in around me. No. I whisper as darkness swallows me, and I try to reach out, but my body won't move. Ella, my strength, and my fucking vulnerability. I fucked up. No denying that. But it's not the end. I'll find a way out of this, for Ella, for my pack, for myself. And when I do, Vasily better be ready. Because I'll come for him, and when I find him, there will be hell to pay. But even as my world spirals into disarray, her last words stick with me. He'll regret ever thinking he could break us apart. I'll hold on to that, even as everything else falls apart.
Ella.
I wake up to a bone-chilling cold, groggy and disoriented. For a moment, my eyes refuse to focus, the surroundings blurry and unfamiliar. My mind is swimming, trying to grasp onto the last threads of memory. I lift my head, instantly regretting it as dizziness washes over me, but I grit my teeth and push through. As my vision clears, reality begins to set in, sinking its teeth into my already shattered composure. I'm in a room, the walls stained with age and disrepair, a single flickering light bulb hanging from the ceiling. The air is damp, thick with the scent of mold and something far worse, malevolence. But what tightens the knot of dread in my stomach isn't the room or the silver shackles around my wrists, burning into my skin like live coals. It's him, leering at me from the corner of the room like I'm his last meal. Green eyes, the rebellious way his blonde hair falls over his forehead, and that smirk. He's sitting in a corner of the room, one leg casually crossed over the other, a twisted grin on his face. I try to move, to sit up, but the chains yank me back. I look down, and I realize too late that I'm not wearing any clothes. Shame and fury intertwine, intensifying the throb in my wrists, where the silver burns into my skin.
Vasily?
I force the words out, my voice shaky but defiant. Where am I? What do you want? Vasily steps into the dim light, his eyes like emeralds, glittering with a sinister delight. Ah, Ella, you're finally awake. You're my guest, he says, grinning. Or should I say, our guest? After all, Roman should share the blame for your current predicament. And what I want, he pauses, savoring the moment, is to keep a promise I made to my little brother. Roman's words from earlier today echo in my mind, filling me with a terror that courses through my veins. Vasily had promised destruction, and in that moment, I know he intends to keep that promise. You cut off the calls, didn't you? From the pack house, I say, trying to put the pieces together, fighting against the creeping despair. You knew Roman would rush back. Vasily's grin broadens. You're as sharp as they say. Yes, I knew Roman would be desperate to get back, and that's exactly what I was counting on. As I meet his gaze, a new determination fortifying my spirit, I vow to myself and to Roman, whoever or wherever he is, that Vasily will regret the day he decided to include me in his twisted promises. You underestimate Roman. He'll come for me, and when he does, I'll be ready, he interrupts. But until then, you should get comfortable. We'll have plenty of time to get to know each other. My heart pounds in my chest. He circles the room like a predator stalking its prey. But this time, he doesn't just leer. He talks, and every word feels like another layer of filth over me. You look so much like him when you're scared, you know. That same defiant glint in your eyes. Vasily sneers and moves closer, kneeling beside the bed, his face inches from mine. Oh, don't get me wrong, Ella, Roman may pretend to be strong, but I've seen him crack. My skin crawls, but I can't let him see how much he's affecting me.
Is that supposed to scare me?
His laughter is a harsh, grating sound that echoes in the small room. Scare you? Oh, darling, I intend to do much more than that. By the time I'm done, the very mention of my name will bring tears to your eyes. You underestimate both of us, then, I shoot back, feeling the ember of my resolve flare up into a small but growing fire. Vasily's eyes darken, like storm clouds rolling in. Underestimate? I've waited years for this, plotted every step meticulously. Roman took something from me, I intend to take everything from him. Your life's goal is revenge? How pathetic, I retort, even as my wrists throb from the silver shackles. His eyes narrow slits of malice as he looks at me. Oh, you misunderstand. Revenge isn't my life's goal, it's a delightful bonus. Destroying Roman will give me control, power, and the satisfaction of breaking him piece by piece. And you, my dear, are the first crack in his armor.
Why am I so special in your twisted game?
I ask, though part of me fears the answer. Vasily grins, and it's a terrifying sight. Because you're his weakness, Ella. And what better way to destroy a man than to take apart his weaknesses, one by one? As he speaks, each word oozing with malevolence, I feel a knot tightening in the pit of my stomach, almost as if my body is physically recoiling from the horror of his intentions. The air grows heavy, stifling, as though it's thickening with his venomous words. I can almost taste my own fear, a bitter tang at the back of my throat.
I won't let you break me,
I say, the words coming out stronger than I feel. He moves so quickly, I barely have time to flinch before he's right next to me, his face inches from mine as he straddles me. Oh, but that's the best part, Ella. You won't have a choice. My eyes lock onto Vasily's, whose malicious grin only widens as if he can sense the inner turmoil bubbling inside me. You know the delicious part about all of this, he taunts, grinding himself against my spread legs. It's not just what I'll do to you. It's what this will do to Roman. I wonder, how many pieces can a man break into before there's nothing left to break? His words cut through me, making me think of Roman's tense shoulders, his curt responses, the bags under his eyes, all signs of a man already on the edge. Vasily leans in towards my ear and runs his tongue down my neck, sending a disgusting shiver up my spine. Ah, but everyone has a breaking point, my dear. Even Roman. Especially Roman. What do you think will break him first? The fact that 5 families died under his name? The pressure from the cartel issue? Or perhaps, losing you? His voice drips with malevolent joy, and it's clear he relishes the idea of Roman falling apart. He's been spiraling for a while now, you know. So consumed by his worries and fears. Your little abduction will be the straw that breaks the wolf's back. I feel my skin prickling, as if 1,000 tiny needles are jabbing into me with every syllable he utters. My heart pounds so loudly, I worry he can hear it, like a drum announcing my vulnerability. Yet, I can't let him see that. I can't let him know how deeply his words are affecting me. If he senses my fear, he wins a victory I can't afford to grant him. I gather every ounce of courage left in me. Let me go, Vasily. This is between you and Roman, not me. Oh, but you're wrong, Ayala. You're the perfect pawn in this twisted game. And don't worry, I'll let you go. I'll even take you back to Roman myself, he whispers, his breath foul against my face. But only in pieces. A shiver of horror runs up my spine, freezing me to the core. My eyes involuntarily glance at the shackles, feeling the relentless burn on my skin. I'm painfully aware of my vulnerability, the lack of options, the imminent danger. But there's something else, too, an ember of resolve beginning to glow brighter within me. He leans closer, his voice lowers to a menacing whisper, but I hold his gaze, refusing to look away. I can feel the tremors coursing through me, my body on the edge of shivering, but I lock my muscles into place, holding myself as still as a statue. See, the problem with Roman is that he's weak. He's always been. He wears this mask, pretending to be the strong alpha, but deep down, he's crumbling. And knowing that you're here, with me, will break him. Bit by bit, he'll shatter, until there's nothing left but the monster he tries so hard to keep at bay. My heart pounds in my chest, but I refuse to let him see how his words have shaken me.
You're the monster here, Vasily. Not him.
His eyes flash dangerously. We all have monsters inside us, Ayala. The difference is, I've embraced mine. Roman, on the other hand, has spent his life running from his. My eyes narrow, focusing on his face, but avoiding direct eye contact. It's a delicate balance. I need to look unbroken without challenging him. My lips press into a thin line, a feeble barricade holding back the scream building inside me. So what? You're going to use me to bring out his monster? Vasily throws his head back and laughs, a sound that chills me to my core. Oh, I don't need to bring out his monster. He'll do that all on his own. The Roman you think you know will be gone, replaced by something far darker, far more primordial. And when that happens, when he's lost everything and turns into the very thing he fears most, he'll realize that he has become me. I feel the knot in my stomach tighten even further, now more a dense mass of dread. The thought of Roman becoming anything like this twisted man before me sends a shockwave of terror through my body. It's a chilling image, one that threatens to overwhelm me. My breaths come in short, shallow spurts as I struggle to maintain my composure, my chest feeling like it's constricting around my lungs. Despite my best efforts, a shiver of dread snakes down my spine.
You're wrong. Roman is nothing like you.
But he could be, Vasily says, his voice dripping with twisted satisfaction. And that's the beauty of it. You, Ayala, are going to help me prove it. He steps back, savoring my expression, letting his words hang heavy in the air. Rest up. You'll need it. As he exits the room, the lock clicks behind him, echoing with finality. I close my eyes for a moment, feeling the weight of my situation and a single tear escaping and trickling down my cheek. I think of Roman, his warmth, his strength, the way he held me, and it fortifies me. I may be Vasily's captive for now, but I won't, be his victim. And while Vasily seems to find perverse pleasure in the idea of Roman's destruction, I cling to the belief that love is stronger than any darkness. Roman will find a way, I tell myself. He has to. It's a thin thread of hope, but I hold on to it as if it's a lifeline. Because, at this moment, that's all I have.
Roman.
I've stared at these damned walls for 7 days, every second ticking away like a hammer against my skull. 7 days since she was taken, and the room still smells like her, like wildflowers and morning dew. It's a scent that once gave me peace, but now it's a cruel mockery, a bitter reminder of what I've lost, what I've failed to protect. My hands clench into fists, and I hear the crackling of paper under my grip. I've lost count of how many reports I've crumpled or shredded in my frustration. I can't escape the tormenting thoughts that coil inside my head like venomous snakes, hissing accusations, and insidious doubts. What if she's being tortured right now? What if she's screaming for me and I'm not there to save her? How can I call myself an alpha, a protector, when I can't even keep her safe? I'm drowning in an ocean of self-loathing. I'm supposed to be the alpha, the protector, the stronghold. But now, every ticking second on the clock is a sharp blade of guilt, slicing away at whatever confidence I have left, questioning my capability as a leader, as a mate, as a man. Useless. I mutter to myself, staring at the blank map on the wall, marked with pushpins that signify our failed attempts to find her. You're utterly useless, Roman. Would you stop this? Caden's exasperated voice slices through my internal whipping. You're not doing anyone any good by blaming yourself. I don't turn to look at him, I can't bear to. Instead, I continue to glare at the map spread across my desk, territories marked, possible hideouts flagged, all leading to dead ends. Who should I blame then? You? The pack? No, it's on me, Caden. I should have seen this coming. He sighs, exasperated by my self-loathing again. Roman, you can't anticipate every move from every enemy, especially one as unpredictable as Vasily, Caden tries to reason. Incompetence doesn't excuse failure. I fire back, voice laced with venom. Incompetence? Do you even hear yourself? You've led this pack excellently for years. We all have limits, Roman. Even you. Then perhaps my limits have cost me the one thing I can't bear to lose. I say, my fists clenched so tightly my nails dig into my palms. Maybe I've been fooling myself, thinking I could be the alpha everyone needs, that I could keep Ella safe from all the monsters lurking in the dark corners of our world. Maybe I was never fit for this role to begin with. Maybe. Roman, you need to eat something. Caden's voice breaks through my self-loathing, mentioning food of all fucking things. I don't need food, Caden. I need to find her. Caden sighs, the sound heavy with a week's worth of tension and fatigue. And how are you going to do that if you collapse? We're all worried, but you running yourself into the ground isn't going to help us find her. I finally look at him, my eyes meeting his, and he flinches. Good. You think I don't know that? My voice rises, filled with the despair and self-loathing that have become my constant companions. Every second that ticks by, every lead that goes cold, every fucking dead end we hit, that's on me, Caden. I should have protected her. I should have. Caden slams his hand on the table, finally losing his composure. And how could you have known, Ro? None of us saw this coming, not even the goddamn seers. You can't blame yourself for. Blame myself? She's gone because of me, Caden. I shout, cutting him off, my vision blurring at the edges, the wolf inside me stirring, restless and furious. Vasily targeted her because of me. I allowed her to be vulnerable, to be. I can't finish the sentence, it chokes me. Caden rubs his temples, as if trying to ward off an impending headache. Or maybe it's regret, or perhaps even fear of what I'm becoming, how I'm unraveling. Look, he says softly, we will find her. She's strong, Roman. If anyone could survive this hell, it's Ella. We're all doing everything we can. You have to know that. Do I? I snap, the veneer of my control cracking. Because it doesn't feel like it. Every second that ticks by is a second she's in danger, a second we're failing her. Caden stands his ground, eyes flaring with a flash of anger that he's been suppressing. You think I don't know that? She's my sister-in-law, the Luna of our pack. You don't have a monopoly on worry and guilt here. My fists clench involuntarily, and I have to remind myself that Caden is not my enemy. Then where is she, Caden? And where the hell is Vasily? He was so eager to talk, so where is he now? Look, we're all frustrated, Caden says, his voice low, laced with the same simmering impotence we all feel. But driving yourself into an early grave isn't going to save her. We have to be smart about this. Smart? I scoff, turning to face him, my eyes probably reflecting the wild desperation I feel. Vasily disappears for years, then reappears just in time for Ella to go missing, and you can't even get a hold of him. Now this? Tell me how to be smart when the person I love is out there, and I can't protect her. Caden opens his mouth to respond, but before he can, an urgent call bursts through our mind link. Alpha, Beta, you need to come to the pack house gates, now. Everything stops. My heart, my breath, the incessant ticking of the clock on the wall. Caden and I lock eyes, and in that split second, we both know. Something's happened. In an instant, I'm out of the room, sprinting through the hallways, my feet barely touching the ground, Caden on my heels. Taking the stone steps 2 at a time, our footfalls echoing through the eerily quiet pack house. As we burst through the front doors and into the chilly night air, the scent and scene that greets us stops me in my tracks. Blood, and underneath that, wildflowers and morning dew. Ella. Time compresses into a singular point of agony. I'm beside her in an instant, my knees hitting the ground with a force that should hurt but doesn't register. My hands hover over her naked body, trembling, afraid to touch her, afraid to worsen her injuries. Blood, there's so much fucking blood. Her pale skin marred with silver cuts and blue bruises, her hair matted with dried blood. Ella, can you hear me? My voice cracks, breaking on her name. The warriors around us look away, unable to meet my eyes. Her eyes flutter open, clouded with pain, but alive. Alive. The word surges through me like the first breath after drowning. A faint flicker of awareness crosses her features as she looks at me, then her eyes widen and she tries to push me away. Ella, baby, I'm here, it's me. It's Roman. I whisper, shrugging my coat off and wrapping it around her body. It's okay, you're home, we're going to take care of you. Her lips part slightly, and though no sound escapes, I don't need to hear words to understand. Her eyes say it all, the struggle, the will to hold on, the undeniable fact that she is here. Her eyes lock onto mine, as if she just realized it's me. And for a moment, I see a flicker of something dark and painful pass through them before it's replaced by the simple, raw emotion of seeing a loved one after a prolonged absence. There's no note, no message. Just Ella, broken and discarded like a used toy. And for the first time in a week, emotion other than fury fills me, relief so overwhelming, I almost collapse. Shoo, don't speak. I gently tell her as she falls into my arms, my voice unsteady, my vision blurring. You're going to be okay. I've got you now. But it's her eyes that wrench my soul, those beautiful eyes, once so vibrant and full of life, now dull and clouded with unspeakable horrors as she stares off into nothing. We need to get her to Sylvia. Now, Caden breaks in, his voice laced with an urgency that mirrors my own thoughts. I nod, lifting Ella as gently as I can into my arms. Her body is limp, fragile, a feather weighed down by leaden sorrow and pain. But it's the tiny gasp of pain that escapes her lips, almost inaudible, that breaks the last shard of my composure. Vasily did this to her. My own flesh and blood reduced the love of my life to this battered shell. The thought sparks a rage in me so white-hot it feels like I could burn the world to ashes. As I rise, clutching her to me as if she's the last tether anchoring me to this world, I cast one last look at my warriors. Seal the borders. No one gets in or out without my say-so. I walk back toward the pack house, Ella cradled in my arms. Something inside me hardens into cold, unyielding steel. Vasily, the cartel, whoever else dares to come between me and mine, they're about to learn just how dark my fury can get. But for now, as I feel Ella's ragged breath against my chest, I cling to a simple, unwavering truth. She's alive. And as long as that holds, as long as her heart beats, there's nothing I won't do to keep it that way.